Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome to week 2 of the WSS. Today we have Pichu and his Adelaide Aggrons. So my squad's down there, as we know from last week. We'll dissect his squad a little bit. He has Kieran Black, which obviously a massive threat to my team, massive threat to any team. It's banned in a lot of leagues at the moment. Really good Pokemon. The Volcarona, one of the best sweepers going around at the moment as well. Very good Pokemon. Then he has Dugtrio for trapping ability, which is actually pretty useful against my team. He has Snorlax, which is very bulky, pain to take out. Hitmonlee and Steelix, I'm probably not expecting. Maybe Hitmonlee. Mega Diancie absolutely destroys my team as well. So he's got Kieran Black, Mega Diancie that absolutely destroy me. So we'll try and prep hard for them. We have Zapdos, again, which does really good against my team. Really good Pokemon. I really rate it highly. Toxapex is going to be annoying. I probably expect it to come either physically defensive or specially defensive to wall one of my threats. We have Gorgeous and Mushana. I don't really expect them to come. So we're probably expecting Kieran Black, definitely Volcarona, definitely Mega Diancie, and probably definitely Zapdos, and then probably either one or two of Toxapex, Dugtrio, Snorlax, or Hitmonlee. So we'll get straight into the team builder. We obviously had a good win last week, so we've got some momentum behind us. So this Manaphy set, I was tempted to run a Z Rainy Dance set again, but I thought I didn't want to be too predictable, so we got the Farium Z Manaphy this week. Obviously, Dazzling Gleam for the Kieran Black. We got Tailglow just to set up on stuff like Toxapex. We got Psychic for the Toxapex, and we got Surf just to hit everything else hard. Obviously, you can probably switch in with a Snorlax, as it's pretty bulky on the special defensive side. But once we get a Tailglow up, even that will be taking a lot of damage. And yeah, the coverage is pretty much to hit Toxapex and Kieran Black, as they're probably the main two threats that I want to take out. Because if we don't have Dazzling Gleam, Kieran actually can switch in okay. So we got the straight. We got a little bit of bulk, so we can live some hits. We got max speed, so I don't expect a max speed Zapdos, and that's to outspeed that and to outspeed Kieran Black as well. I could have just speed crept the Kieran Black, but I thought I might as well just do it just in case he has an offensive Zapdos. And we got enough special attack as well that we can hit really hard. And once we get a Tailglow and a Psychic up, that would be doing a lot to Toxapex, even if he's especially defensive. Next Pokemon, we got Batman the Crobat. We got an Expert Belt Crobat this week. Max attack, enough in speed to outspeed the Mega Diancie, as that's his. Oh no, sorry. Not his fastest mon, it's his second fastest mon, but I'm not too worried about the Dugtrio, so I'm not going to outspeed the Dugtrio. I'm just going to switch into probably either Golurk or Garchomp to take the hits, even Manaphy as well. Then just a little bit of HP as well. We got Brave Bird to hit everything hard. We got Steel Wing for the Mega Diancie with the Expert Belt, so that's going to be doing a hell of a lot. And we got Zen Headbutt just so we can hit the Toxapex a little bit harder. Next we have Bill the Kamala. We've got Silk Scarf again, so we don't want to be too predictable, but it's key to be able to pick up some 2-hit KOs. So just stuff like Kieran, it's going to be doing a lot more, Toxapex and stuff like that. We've got max HP, so we're bulky and we can pass around a Wish. We've got Rapid Spin, so we can, just in case Toxapex brings Toxic Spikes, as I don't want my team being toxic. We've got Frustration, just to say obviously his return, but with Happiness 0. And we've got Yawn too, just so he can't kind of set up on me and stuff like that. We've got enough in attack where we're dealing out a lot of damage, obviously with a base 115, and a little bit in special defense so we can take Ice Beams and stuff from Kieran, and obviously hits from Volcarona as well. Next we have Heatran. This is the most important mon on the squad this week. It is so important. It's my wall to Volcarona and Kieran Black, two of his best mons, and it can switch into a lot of his stuff as well. We got Rock Slide for the Volcarona after Rocks, hopefully up. We got Earth Power, and we got Flash Cannon to hit the Kieran. And we got Shed Shell, so we aren't trapped by Dugtrio. And we got enough in attack so we can hopefully KO the Volcarona after Rocks. We got enough in special attack as well. so we can deal damage to the Kyurem. I'm thinking of putting it in HP, but I think the special attack will be useful. And just obviously max special defense. We don't want to be taking, like, obviously Mega Diancie and, Heatran is to wall Mega Diancie as well. So 3 of his best mons. So, obviously most of them pack coverage, obviously ground coverage, and Heatran walls Volcarona very nicely. So that's that set. Then we got me 6 the Golurk with leftovers. This is max HP, enough in attack that we're dealing damage and a little bit in defense as well. Obviously I don't really want to stay in on a Kyurem or many of his threats, but we can take a hit from Diancie and hit it with an Earthquake, and we got Ice Punch coverage for Zapdos with the Iron Fist boost. So he's not physically defensive, it'll be doing a lot of damage. And we got the Impish, so we up defense, so we can switch into a couple mons. And yeah, this mon's very important as well to get our Stealth Rocks up, as Volcarona, Kyurem Black and some of his other mons don't really take well to rocks. Next, last mon we got Garchomp. So we got the Roselli Berry for the Moon Blast coming from the Mega Diancie. We probably have to have be at max HP for this to work. We got enough bulk so we can live from full. We got enough attack with the Swords Dance that we're going to be doing a hell of a lot. And we got enough speed to outspeed the Volcarona, which I really wanted. And we forgot the remaining 4 AVs, but that's fine. We'll fix that up. So obviously we got Earthquake for the Toxapex, Dragon Claw, we got Stone Edge for the Zapdos, and yeah, that's pretty much the team for this week. We're building for some certain threats, so if something comes that I'm not expecting, it'll be pretty bad for us. But yeah, that is the team builder for alright guys, so here is the battle. So as you can see, he bought Mega Diancie, Toxapex, Zapdos, Kyurem Black, Snorlax, and Dugtrio. So we guess we guessed the 4 that we knew were coming, because they're obviously massive threats. And then Snorlax and Dugtrio are really good mons as well, so he's got a really good team. For the matchup, it's probably pretty even, I think. There's no real advantage, so we'll get into the battle. I'll lead off with Golurk to get my rocks up. He leads off with Kyurem Blacks. Obviously that isn't a good matchup. If he just goes through an Ice Beam, we will be dead. So we're going to go into our designated switch in Heatran, which we do right here. He reveals his Z move, Sub-Zero Slammer. So that would have destroyed the Golurk. So I was happy I switched out. He's going to go into Toxapex. I'll throw out a Flash Cannon just in case he wanted to go for an Earth Power. Obviously, I probably expected the Toxapex to come in, but that's fine. So we go into our Kamala. This is a very good switch in because he can't burn me, he can't toxic me or anything. You just wish up and then deal damage out to it. So I'm pretty sure I either throw for a turn or a wish here. A wish it was, yep. And I'm going to go into my Golurk, as I know he's probably going to go for a Volt Switch, which he does. So here, I'm going to try and set up my rocks. Here he goes to the HP Ice, which is a good bring from him. And he is Defog Zapdos. So we play a little of the Defog Ice Punch battle here. So I'll just fast forward a little bit. I Ice Punch, he Defogs. Then I Rocks. He Roosts. So it just goes on like that for a little bit. I'm going to Ice Punch here. He's going to HP Ice. So here he's going to take me out for the next one. So I have to switch out, so I'm pretty sure I switch out into the Heatran expecting a HP Ice again, which happens. But now he can just, obviously he's faster than me, so he can just Volt Switch. I predict the Toxapex to come in, so I go for an Earth Power. He just switches out straight into Snorlax, which obviously Earth Power is doing nothing. And then he's going to go for a Ice, no, sorry, he switches out into the Dugtrio. Obviously I'm a Ghost type, so it doesn't trap me, which is nice, so I just switch out into my Crobat, because I'm expecting an Earthquake. He wouldn't go for a Stone Edge or a Ground type. So here, I bluff speed, so he probably thinks I'm EV to outspeed his Dugtrio, so I'm just going to U-turn. I'm expecting a switch. He goes in the Toxapex there, which we all knew was coming, and yeah, I go into my Golurk here. I think I'm I'm going to set up rocks here. I could have earthquaked, but I just want to set up rocks. The Zapdos will be really low when it comes in. We live the Scald and we don't get burned, which was really nice. So here I switch out, just preserving Golurk for its rocks, and I know Kamala can just switch in very nicely. So here he goes to his Kieran Black, and we throw off a return, and with the Silk Scarf it's doing pretty much 50%. But here I switch out because I didn't think I could live an attack, depending on his like EVs and that, so I go into Heatran. He goes to the Fusion Bolt, so he is mixed, which really hurt, because if he's special defensive we could take a few hits. So he switches out here just in case I was Scarf. We go for the Flash Cannon. I was expecting him to stay in actually. I go for the Toxic here just to, so we can whittle it down. He predicts either Garchomp or one of my other mons. Ice Punch was a pretty okay prediction with my team. We go for Rock Slide Flinch, but he is the berry, the Figgy Berry, obviously, which we've seen a lot of. So here I'm thinking I think we're going to outspeed, so we're going to go for a Drain Punch here with the Iron Fist, but it only does 30%, so I'm like, what? And he doesn't take us out with the Ice Punch, so he does seem to be very bulky Snorlax, but we can take it out next turn, which is nice, and it dies if it comes into Rock, so that's the Snorlax down. That's nice. So we got Snorlax out of the way, because it actually puts in a fair bit of work. Here the Diancie comes in, and I'm like, well, I don't really have a good switch in, so I'm just going to sack my Golurk here to a Moonblast. And here we go into Garchomp. I could have maybe have went into Manaphy here. It's probably looking back at it, but yeah, he obviously thinks I'm Scarf here, so he's like, why? He's probably thinking, why would he switch in a Garchomp in? So he makes a safe play, and pretty much he's sucking off his Toxapex. So I go for the Earthquake here, and I can't remember what he does here. I think he goes into, oh yeah, he sacks off his Kieran Black. We go for a Dragon Claw just in case he wanted to go into something else like the Zapdos, so we didn't want an Earthquake. So here he goes into Jugtree, and now we are trapped, otherwise I would have switched out to preserve the Garchomp. So we have to take a hit, which we can, because obviously Garchomp's very bulky, and we are able to kill it with an Earthquake, because we're pretty offensive. So that's that down. So now the Mega Diancie comes in, I'm thinking, should I switch out here? He's got a Moonblast, should I switch into the Crobat? Again, in hindsight, it would have been a really good play, but I thought that I could somehow live with my berry. So we Moonblast, and we die. So that was a dumb play, very dumb play on my behalf. So here we go into Crobat. I'm thinking we're still in a very good position here. We're going to go for the Steel Wing. With the Expert Belt, we can take it out. And we fucking miss. Are you kidding me? I could not believe that. We could take out his Mega, his biggest threat, and we will still have our Crobat at full health. But we fucking miss. Oh, I was so pissed. Even after the game, I actually took it pretty well. I didn't like get angry or anything, but I was just angry at at Pokemon in general. But I'm thinking, no, don't give up now. We can still win this. Let's go. Come on, we can do it. So we're going to Manaphy here. I knew he was going into Toxapex. I just knew it, but I'm like, I can't risk not going for the Surf and getting damage off onto me. But again, I should have went for the Tail Glow here. Why did I not go for the Tail Glow? It was so obvious. And now, even here, I'm like, it's alright, I can take it out with the Psychic and we pretty much win. Because Zapdos is low health, we'll outspeed, we kill that. Diancie can't one-shot us, we win. We win right here. Here's fucking Pyarpa Berry. I'm just thinking, oh shit. Like, I was so angry. So here I switch out. I wanted Manaphy as healthy as possible. I should have just Tail Glowed again and taken the Toxic. Because I knew he was going to Toxic or something and Kamala could take it. But then I could have taken it out with a Psychic and then lived a hit from Diancie and killed Zapdos. So again, I misplayed again. So here he goes into Zapdos, and I wish, and if I attacked again, I would have won. But I wished. So now it's just, he's going to roost up. We're going to see how much we yawn, actually, to force him to switch out, which he does. And watch this. Toxapex comes in, it's pretty healthy. We throw off a return with the Silk Scarf. It does nearly 50% to a Toxapex. Like, Toxapex is a monster, defensively. So here, he goes into Zapdos again, and he roosts up, because he's obviously faster. We throw off a return. It does 45%. If it was only doing a little bit more, it would have been really handy for me. But here, he defogs again, just so he can kind of switch between Mons. And here, I think I went for a yawn or something when he roosts, do I? Can't really remember. Yeah, I go for a yawn. I should have just kept attacking until I forced him to switch out. But here he does, and Diancie comes in. And it takes a good 40% still from a return. But now we do die to the Diamond Storm. It doesn't matter if he gets the defense boost, but he doesn't anyway. And here, I know he's going to do about 50% to me, so I can't risk Tail Glowing, just in case. I probably should have, hoping to live 2, but I just didn't think I would, because I'm not that bulky. And luckily I didn't, and we get the special defense drop. It doesn't really matter, because we take out my Mega Diancie. So here, he's got his Zapdos in. It's pretty healthy. I don't have Ice Beam. I was thinking of just going for the Fairy Z, but with the special attack drop, it just wouldn't have killed. So I was hoping he was ultra defensive, and I could somehow live a Volt Switch with my little bit of bulk, and then with the Tail Glow up, throw off my Fairy Z move and just hope for the best. So I do Tail Glow just to get my special attack back up. And he Volt Switches, and we die. So, GG to the Pichu. Very, very salty, but it's Pokemon. Like, I'm not going to get too upset about it. But I don't want to sound cocky here, but if I hit that Steel Wing, I definitely won. So, it just really sucks. But, yeah, again, there's not much we can do. And we did deserve to win. My opponent said we deserved to win, but that doesn't help at all. So he took it really nice. He was a nice guy. Like, he didn't rub it in my face or anything, which is nice. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. That's week 2. We had a really good opponent. Week 3 we have apparently the best in WSS, so it's going to be a really hard match. We're 1-1 now, so yeah, it's going to be hard if we lose next week. So we really need to win next week. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm loving my team, even though we lost. It's pretty fun to play with. So, again, this is just a fun league, so we're not going to get too angry about it. Thanks, guys, for listening. Leave a like, comment, or a sub. YouTube channel's kind of struggling at the moment, so really trying to grow it with some content. So, yeah, thanks, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.